This is an Aaliyah channeling. Am I allowed opening her records? Yes. Aaliyah reincarnated, the Arcturians tell me. Wow. Her soul reincarnated and her soul is here on earth. They say male. Male. A male experience this time. But I'm not allowed giving you more info about that. It's a long story why her soul chose to be a man this time. But who was Aaliyah? Aaliyah is an indigo. Aaliyah is a starseed, and Aaliyah is a Lyran starseed. She belonged to the feline group. When you listened to her music, you felt the feline energy strongly. When you listen to her voice, you feel the feline energy strongly. In her cosmic self, she's a cat being. Yes, she's a cat humanoid being. When you listen to her voice, you can feel it and you can sense it. Aaliyah had her so-called spiritual awakening. She remembered her past lives. And she said in her interviews, she knows she had lives in Egypt. And she was not mistaken. She had lives in ancient Egypt. She had lives in Atlantis. She had lives in Lemuria and India. She had a very deep connection to India too. And yes, Aaliyah was very powerful in Egypt. The Arcturians showing me some pictures. She belonged to the royal family. Royalty. And that is what you see in her face, the way she moves, the way she dressed. That was the royal energy. This is why so many starseeds do have a connection to Aaliyah, because she felt familiar in some way. She played the main role in Queen of the Damned. The Arcturians talk about the movie Queen of the Damned, and she played the main role, and she was the evil queen, and she was a vampire. And in this movie you can see clearly the energy. She belonged to the royal family. Aaliyah had no lives in Babylon. She had no lives in Sumeria. She had no lives in the Celtic culture, but she had lives in ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt took a very important role for her. Was it happening by accident? The crash, the Arcturians say no. The dark side knew her in Egypt. She had many lives, and she was a powerful, very powerful queen. I'm not allowed giving you details whom, but very well known. They knew, and that is why they tried to use her. They tried to use her. And they do this with many, many starseeds and indigos. When they see an indigo has amazing talents, beyond amazing, they try to use them for their own. They knew who she was. Royalty, the Arcturians repeat. Royalty. She was powerful. Her soul is very strong. That is why they tried to. Because she knew so much. Did she know about? Yes, she knew about the dark rituals, the Arcturians say. She knew about the dark rituals. She knew so much, and she had her spiritual awakening. She remembered her past lives, and she knew she is an old soul. She knew. And that is why there was so much happening to her. You need to know the dark side tries to use the most powerful indigos. Michael Jackson, Princess Diana, Sinead O'Connor. These were very high vibrational souls. They know and see through the rabbit hole. DJ Avicii was one of them too. That is why many starseeds have a connection to Aaliyah, because you feel her power. You feel the power she had in Egypt. And that is why so many people loved her and were so impressed by her beauty, by the way she sung, and she downloaded always codes from Lyra.